We welcome you to Cambrian Hall. When you think class, this is the place to be. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. It's Edgar Berlanga, but this bout, so much hype surrounding this. And there's the bell to start round one. Good-looking jab. Trying to land that jab. Got him with a left jab. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whisper in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Quick punch scores. Do you believe what we are seeing? The perfect counter lands. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they... And there's the bell for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Beautiful counter shot. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Just missing with the right uppercut. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
Berlanga's in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them. On to the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Solid punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
David Benavidez might be ready to go. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
That counter shot lands. Nice slip to avoid the jab. And he very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell for round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about David Benavidez in that last round. He is down big time on the... Back into the fray here in round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That one will count. Defense is not an option. option for these two. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Throws the uppercut, but misses. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez. There's the bell to start round 6. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are right.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
He's up, but for how long? Look at us. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
And this fight is over. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
That's lights. Are you okay? You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
Another one, another gun. All damn, just what have I become? No chance, I'm still what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong. Filling out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. We down my lane on the road.
Who could forget May 18th, 20... Jai Opataya from New... Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler himself. One of the...
This bout is...
So much hype surrounding... Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. These two were made for each other. Quick punch scores. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Perfect counter shot. One punch could change everything in this battle. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. On to the second round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. When you're training to fight a swarmer, you've got to focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
You've got a swarmer on your case, you know you've got to fight, you've got to hold him, you've got to tie him up, you've got to lean on him when he come in until the referee makes you break off. But keep your hands high because they will keep punching until that referee says stop.
Round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
So close to that uppercut. Good counter punch. Jab does not score. Missed him with that uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and the cornerman.
On to the third. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Misses with the straight left. Big hook. I can't believe it. They are giving up. And that will do it. This... All the seats have been sold. We're at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisham. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. So it's the blonde bomber, Ebony Bridges. She's 155 centimeters tall and has 153 centimeter reach. And up against her, it's Delphine Pursuit, 5 foot 8 inches tall, and with a reach of 68 inches.
Brawlers are a nightmare. You've got to be strong and fit. Use that long reach. Use that long jab. Do it.
Ebony the Blonde. One of the hottest tickets are... We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Big right uppercut scores. Good right hook. A swing and a miss with that jab. Love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
Just missing with the right uppercut. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than equal.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Scoring hook. Clean jab. There's a counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Bridges in that last round. It has not been going well for her, and you can see the corner is starting to get a little more animated. They've got to inspire her.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Focus yourself in. We've got a minute. Breathe. Go take her out. She's ready to go. She's smashed. She's hurt. She's focused. We've got a minute. Just breathe. Focus again. Once you're back out there, get your boxing back on. As soon as you start doing your thing, you're going to win. Once you get back out there, do your jab.
Lord, you know, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work.
And focus. You're better than this. I've seen so much more from you.
Think about the defense on the end of what you do. Good work.
If you box, you will win. Once you get back out there,
keep smart. Now, I don't want you to...
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Get back out there. Focus. We've got...
Take her out. She's ready to go.
What do we expect to see here in round two? After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
She catches and counters. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can pop, knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Miss with that jab. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bridges in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they had...
The bell rings and we start the third. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Just misses with the right uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The jab not finding its target. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And she just wobbled Delphine Pursuit. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
How about that time counter shot? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bridges in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. And the blonde bomber sinks down to the canvas. And as you can see here, a picture...
One, two, three, four, five. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and she's got an impressive lead here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Her stamina is off the charts. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Bridges in that lap. And there's the bell for round 5. Well, I think we can all agree that was not the best round for her. Let's see what kind of advice and strategy their corner goes with heading into this next round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. She wasn't a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Bridges. There's the bell for round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
So close to that uppercut. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Some fighters, they think, you know what? My chin's so hard, it's like granite. She thinks her chin is like granite. Some people's are like glass. So she needs to be careful because granite can turn to glass with just one more shot, one more. And then it's a mental thing more than anything else.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Can't find a home in that jab. shot by her. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bridges in that last round. There's the bell to start round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. That hook doesn't score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bridges in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this... There's the bell to start round 8. The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Swing and a miss with the right hook. Beautiful. The referee taking a look here, and if the fighter can't see, the fighter can't fight.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
So the referee took a look and decides, let's keep going. Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. The jab slightly off target. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.